Live here at Citizen Vision, we're talking with Chama cha Mashinani Party leader Isaac Ruto, live at the Tamarind Tree here in the nation's capital. And before the break, I asked you a question. I said the Talai elders had recently endorsed Deputy President William Ruto as the Kalonzo community torchbearer for the 2022 presidential race. Your thoughts?
Well, I have no reason to agree or disagree with the Talai elders. It's their democratic right to choose whom they would like to support for 2022, 2027, or 2039. Really, that is within their democratic right. But we have no structures of elders called Talai within the entire Kalonzo community. The Talais, the particular group you are referring to, are in Nandi County. And the Kalonzo community have various sub-tribes or dialects. And therefore, I'm not an expert on the Nandi cultural coronations or whatever. But what I also know is that those coronations are not necessarily binding to anyone. And if indeed there was such a thing, that ought to be binding. I think that used to be a tradition of the of yesteryears.
Okay, are you saying that Deputy President William Ruto, does he stand a chance in 2022 if you were to look ahead?
No, I have no reason to comment on 2022. William Ruto has a right to contest for the presidency. Jeff Koinange has a right to contest for the presidency. The Talai chief elder has a right to contest for the presidency or hand over that right to any other person. And therefore, I have no reason. I'm not in the business of also coronate or doing the coronation of any other leader.
Okay. In the present circumstances of coalition affiliates, do you think the affiliates will form the next government?
Which affiliate?
Jubilee.
Because as of now, I told you we are not discussing 2022.
Jubilee and the cooperation, will you produce?
The cooperation is for purposes of governance between 2020 and 2022. The issues of 2022 will be addressed as we move towards 2022. And several things could still happen on the political front. Remember that a year in politics is actually a century.
So you're just holding your cards close to your chest. Is that what you're doing?
Maybe so, if that suits you, Jeff.
Okay, let's talk about dynasties versus hustlers, okay?
Dynasties.
Yeah, dynasties versus hustlers. The handshake coalition seems to be pro-dynasties. And the Hustler Nation, hold on, the Hustler Nation is pro-masses or has the masses. What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't understand what these dynasties are because remember, Jeff, that Kenya is a democratic state, that we all go through an election if you want to win to become a president. Uhuru Kenyatta contested and was defeated by Mwai Kibaki, remember, and we had supported him during that election. Later on, Kibaki again was not contesting after 10 years, and Uhuru Kenyatta managed to clinch that position. And I don't know, Uhuru Kenyatta never got that position because he was the son of a former president. And I don't think that is necessarily a consideration at any given time. Otherwise, then the country would have to change its constitution to become a kingdom or a sultanate.
Yeah, and you would be the Sultan, right?
Yes, then you first need to coronate me as a Sultan and give me the teachings of that particular, the traditions of a Sultanate.
Okay, let's switch gears.
And I would expect Jeff to be more qualified in that because I think he has associated more with such fellows somewhere around Nigeria.
Oh, okay. Let's switch gears and talk impeachment, okay? Kirinyaga County Governor Anne Waiguru is in the docks right now, and there could be 4 other governors on the chopping block as we speak. Do you think MCAs are misusing or abusing their powers to impeach?
I think they are in a hurry to cast the stones. Because if Jesus Christ was around, he would tell him, let he who has not sinned be the first one to throw a stone. But I'm not encouraging sinning. I simply want to question as an individual. I would like to know who has actually indicted Anne Waiguru. Is it the police? Is it the CID, for example? Is it the ESCC? Is it a parliamentary public accounts committee who has actually investigated issues around what you are accusing Anne Waiguru of? We would like to know. But you don't just bring in a governor in a hurry and start accusing her of things that no one knows whether she committed them or she didn't commit. Remember, the running of a government is not done by a governor or a president. There are chief officers, there are CECs, there are accounting officers, there are engineers, there are so many other professionals who must do their job. That is not the business of Anne Waiguru. In my own view, Anne Waiguru is a policy maker and basically a supervisor. And allow me to think outside the box and let you know that in my own view, or is it called, I have a hunch feeling that the MCS are basically flexing their muscles and doing the Kirinyaga politics, only that they are bringing it all over to the Republic, to Kenya, bringing it all the way to the Senate. These things are in a hurry, and that is part of why we must relook at the way we manage our counties. I think MCAs need to be involved in governance. They need to be CECs themselves, and let us appoint chief officers who are professionals, and let there be accountability on the floor of the House every other day, so that all these things are in the public domain.
What do you think Anne Waiguru's chances are?
I wouldn't say... You're saying something?
Yes, I was saying, what do you think Governor Anne Waiguru's chances are in the Senate? Is she going to survive it?
No, I'm not a senator, but as a Kenyan, I feel this sort of public hanging is not the best way. We tend to destroy other people's characters for reasons that are never quite clear. Simply because politics start changing in Kirinyaga, you don't drag the governor all the way to this city and tell us things that are not yet even investigated by any government agency that is in charge of such verification. Other governors may even end up coming over again and on allegation, simply because either their supporters have dwindled at the county assembly, and that is bound to happen mid-term, because some people expect you to do things for them day in, day out. They expect to be at your door every day, and they expect you to solve problems, both real and imaginary. So basically, that is not the business of a governor. The governor must think about the entire county.
Okay, I don't remember you
can't be thinking about MCAs or their friends.
I don't remember you being this vocal in support of former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu.
You didn't call me during that period. I would have told you one or two things. But remember, when I was chairman of the Council of Governors, I stood very strongly in support of county governments and devolution. And I even thought we should have done certain constitutional changes at that time to ensure both accountability and stability in the counties and respectability of the process of devolution. I'm of the view that we even need to devolve all the way to the wards, so that Raya are more aware of what is happening in their own area and how the money is being used.
Yeah, but you know,
most of what we hear is pure propaganda.
Yeah, but that's an irony in itself because, you know, more resources to the counties, but governors are being accused of mismanagement of those same resources. Isn't that an irony?
Yeah, I tell you, those accusations, a lot of it hold no water. Which governor has actually been convicted in a court of law on those issues? Some of the allegations are pure allegations, a lot of propaganda, and there is too much antipathy towards the devolution idea.
So, oops, it looks like we lost our signal there. Did we lose our signal? He's still there? Oh, you're still there. Okay.
But I'm hearing you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. There's some tweets coming in that I'd like to ask, if you don't mind. Can I ask you some tweets? Yeah, let's do it. Nelson Langat says, as a devolution champion, what is your opinion regarding Nairobi takeover by the national government? Do you think it is killing devolution as argued by other leaders? Good question.
Right. Would you like me to answer that right away?
Yes, please.
Yes, I don't think that is necessarily a threat to devolution. Remember that the Constitution also provides that at any time during the tenure of any county, the governor, if he so feels, may hand over a certain function which he feels can be handled best by the national government, and he must hand over together with the money that go with that particular function. Remember also that the same Constitution provides that the president may even decide that if a county government is not functioning well, he may take over the functions of that government at the national level in the interest of the public. The only issue here one has to understand is that Nairobi, at that particular point in time, had a challenge in functionality because the governor was not in office, there was no deputy governor to take over, and there was no clear systems of ensuring that there is a delivery of service. And I don't think any president would just sit back and watch the city, the capital city of a country, fail to function and say it is devolution. The Constitution gives him powers to even take over without any questions and declare that county dysfunctional. Only that there would be an election within 90 days.
Okay. Achero Steve says, I have been following the political developments lately, and the trend at which events are folding may end up not having an opposition come 2022. Virtually all formidable political parties are forming coalitions with Jubilee. Who will put the government in check? Coalitions
are meant to subsist for a given period of time. During election time, there will be other pre-election coalitions and there will be post-election coalitions. The only threat to multipartyism is if parties are actually folding and being swallowed by another political party. But if it is either cooperation or coalitions, that is not meant to kill multipartyism. In fact, it is going to strengthen multi-party democracy because it is clearly then understood that having different political parties is not a crime. Remember, we have always criminalized opposition, and this is the first government that seems to be embracing the essence of multipartyism and inviting the opponents and competitors to the same table to discuss national issues. This is what happens in mature democracies. It's only in Africa that we tend to think that your opponent is your enemy.
Yeah, but it took you 3 years to come around that, didn't it? Were you in slumber or were you in mashimoni?
No. Remember that just after the elections, we had a discussion with the president, and I agreed. I did the first handshake, and I invite you to look at your clips of August 2017.
Okay, Bradford wants to know, what is missing in Kenya's democracy that Isaac Ruto intends to rebuild by taking it to a new level? What is missing?
What is missing is the fact that we always imagine that political parties should sabotage those that have won, or individuals would sabotage their opponents who are in, for example, parliament. His competitor would have to continue to sabotage him during these 5 years so that he can win the elections. We have also seen in Kenya where senators sabotage governors so that they can become governors in the next elections. They even parade them in the Senate. They make all sorts of allegations which are never proven. I think we need to sanitize the political environment, and we need to get political parties to be issue-based, have clear ideologies, and let us, for a moment, give Kenyans a break on these tribal affiliations.
Okay. Dr. Abraham Osei says the leadership of both parties is ironic. How can you give your sentiments at Jubilee House and without involving your grassroots membership in your quest to join Jubilee?
We have gone through a process of consultation. In fact, we have been having several Zoom meetings. And if he was a member of Chama cha Mashinani, he would have been able to follow the discussions in Zoom, which have always been in Facebook as well. And we have had various discussions at various levels. This is not a matter for Isaac Ruto. It is a matter that has been discussed widely.
Okay, and then Carlo Lepario says, Chama cha Mashinani forms a coalition with Jubilee Party while in another existing coalition, that's NASA, an act that the law prohibits. What legal basis does CCM party leader have to support your opposition?
Yeah, I want to make it clear that we have not entered into any coalition. We are in cooperation. At the moment, the coalition arrangement we have under NASA continue to subsist. But each political party, of course, has a right to withdraw or so. But as of now, none has withdrawn. But we are free to cooperate, like every other may so wish. And I want to make it real clear, Kenyans need to understand that political parties are formed for purposes of political discourse and participation in governance. They are not merry-go-round groups. They are not churches. They are not cults. They are meant for political engagement like is happening now.
So you're still in NASA, but cooperating with Jubilee?
Yes.
That's very strange. It's like tomato, tomato.
That is the only question that has a yes answer.
Yeah. All evening I've been asking for a yes or no answer. You just said
that one doesn't need any explanations.
Okay. Back in 2017, says Junior Orgega, Deputy President William Ruto tried to persuade you to join Jubilee, and you didn't. You stuck to NASA as a fifth wheel.
That is after the elections, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, he asked us to fold Chama cha Mashinani, to dissolve it and join Jubilee. That's not one of the things we are about to do, and we have not been asked to do such a thing by the current arrangements. We have been as Chama cha Mashinani to work with Jubilee, and we offered to do so. We agreed to do so, not really offer. We agreed to do so after that request. But we have not been requested or asked or persuaded to dissolve Chama cha Mashinani. That is not about to happen.
And again, if you are offered that cabinet position, you would gladly take it, wouldn't you?
Yes, just like I answered you a few minutes ago, we will cross that bridge when we reach there.
But you just said yes, which I'll take as a yes.
I think you would like to have a yes answer for every question. I told you there was only one question you asked that only had a yes or a no answer.
Yes. Being in NASA, working with Jubilee.
Yes.
Okay. Kiongozi DM.
That one works.
Okay. Kiongozi DM on Twitter asked, ask my party leader, how can young people benefit from this recent handshake? And going forward, how can young people take up the leadership role, which apparently is being dominated by middle-aged and old people like you? I added, and you. That was me. I added that.
Right. Youth is not a permanent situation. It is a transient stage. And he's only a youth today, and tomorrow he's a muse as well. He will be middle-aged, and he'll proceed on. So I think youth, a large number of youths are in the internship ages, and they are welcome to do internship even in politics and be active at the same time in politics. And we have got a number of youth, a lot of youth have been elected both to parliament, to the county assemblies, and to various positions. Even Senate has very young people. But I want to say that the current political dispensation benefits the youth by ensuring there is a stable economy, both stable socio-economic situation as well as political, so that they are able to pursue their programs, their ambitions in a peaceful environment. If the political protagonists are busy with throwing stones at one another in political rallies or grandstanding with the police, the youth would be suffering and the economy would suffer, and the end result is that we will waste years and years of man hours. So I think the current dispensation ensures that the youth are able to benefit, to even have peace and do something for themselves as the economy grows.
Okay. Would you encourage, as a former governor of Bomet, would you encourage former governors to work with you to join this growing cooperation? For instance, former Kiambu Governor William Kabogo, what happened to your friend?
Kabogo is a very close friend of mine, and we are in touch. We talk a lot, and we have got similar views. And I can assure you that we've shared this with Governor Kabogo.
All right. Going forward,
right?
What can you tell people who are not convinced of what happened today? There are a lot of skeptics out there who are just not convinced of what happened today.
Yeah, I think people are of various persuasions. And we have got optimists, we have pessimists, and we have got skeptics. And all of those, a large number of skeptics are journalists.
Anyone in particular? Oh, no, let's move on. Okay.
No. I have not seen one. I'm not even talking to any.
Former Governor Isaac Ruto, always good to talk to you and nice to see you smiling. It looks like it's good to be out of the cold, huh?
Yes, in fact, right now I'm in the cold because I'm very close to a swimming pool.
The man has answers for everything. Asante, CCM party leader.
I have some bonfire here very close to me, nevertheless.
Okay.
Courtesy of Tamarind
There you go.
Hotel.
There's your endorsement right there. Thank you, Governor. Former Bomet Governor Isaac Ruto there,
yes.
The party leader of CCM. By the way, I just got a message from Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Ambassador Macharia Kamau. The vote is about to come in any moment now, the announcement. We'll monitor that. We'll put it out on our digital platforms, but we'll find out whether Kenya becomes the latest non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. That vote, if it's not a two-thirds majority, it goes to a second round, which will be tomorrow. We'll find out in the next few minutes. In the meantime, keep tweeting at Koinange Jeff, at Citizen TV Kenya, the hashtag JKLIVE. Understand we have live pictures from the United Nations? There we are. We're going live to the United Nations General Assembly in New York City. The announcement will be coming here very shortly. There's the live pictures. When it comes, we'll bring it to you. Take a look. Live in New York. It is about 11-7. It's 4 p.m. in the afternoon in New York. That announcement about to happen. Will Kenya win its bid to become a non-permanent member of the Security Council? Okay, we'll bring that announcement to you as soon as it happens. Stay tuned to Citizen Television for all the latest breaking news. And of course, Citizen News Alerts. 22200. SMS the word news. You'll get all the breaking news you need to know. Thanks so much for being a part of the show. Every Wednesday, 3 letters on the keyboard that follow each other. JKLIVE. We appreciate your help and your support. Thank you so much. Good luck. Good night.